Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a reading for Capricorns. My name's Tawana. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, thanks for being here. Before we jump into the reading, I always like to talk about my decks just before I start reading the cards. The first deck we're going to use today is the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. We're also using the Angel Answers Oracle. We're using the Rider-Waite Tarot. And with that said, I have already pulled your cards. I don't know why my nose is all of a sudden running, but it is. We're going to press on though. The first card we have, Cappies, is what is already with you. And bear in mind, this reading is for October, but this can extend beyond October. This can extend into November. This could be energies that you've already experienced. So just bear that in mind. That time is fluid. It's not a real thing. So what is already with you? You have everything you need. If this is related to a person, if this is related to a relationship, you already have the person around you in your life. If this is about a project, you already have all that you need to make this project an actual thing, a success. If it's about doing something, you already have all the resources that you need. What is already with you? It's already within you. The next card we have is relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. So this card came out for somebody else. I can't remember if it was Gemini. Can't remember, but this card came out for somebody else already this month. And excuse me. When this card comes out, I almost know that there's some kind of negativity around, whether it's within the self or in a situation, and it feels like letting go of the darkness or the negativity around a certain situation and embracing the positive aspects, or just not centering so much on the darker, more negative aspects of a situation. And then we have free from judgment, free to love. This card kind of speaks for itself. This card talks about the times where we find ourselves attracted to things that we feel embarrassed about, or we may have certain things that we allow other people to project embarrassment on us for. Let's just say there's a particular person that you're connecting with and your friends don't like them. Who cares what your friends think? I mean, yes, we care what your friends think because those are also important connections. But at the end of the day, if you're connecting with someone and they're not harming you or harming anyone around you in any single way, then what does it matter what your friends think about the connection, about them, about what you two have together? So this card talks about like removing the judgment that others are projecting onto you or that you are projecting onto yourself for being attracted to someone, for loving someone, for being engaged in a particular relationship. Releasing the judgment. I feel like the judgment is coming from self for a lot of you. And then for the tarot cards that we have, we start the reading with the Two of Pentacles, which is the strongest card, strongest energy in the reading because it's the first card that was pulled. It's clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So this energy is going back and forth, juggling between, am I going to hold back? Am I going to give? Am I going to give to a situation, or am I going to hold my energy for myself? Am I going to give into something, or am I just going to hold back and this is not doing anything about a situation, because not making a decision is also a decision. So this is juggling back and forth. Am I going to give to this? Am I not? And then we have the Justice, which talks about, and we have the Strength card too. So you could be dealing with somebody who has Leo placements, or this is just the archetype of strength, having to have strength and courage as it relates to some kind of contract. whether this be a like actual legal contract in the courts on earth, or this is a contract between you and someone else in the heavenly court. So like a soul contract that you could have with a lover, or a soul contract that you have with a family member, or a soul contract that you have with a friend, to meet in this lifetime and to collaborate and to share your energy and to co-create together. But you're dealing with some kind of contract and perhaps thinking about like, am I going to do the right thing? Am I gonna honor this contract, or am I not? That could be the consideration. Am I gonna give to this contract, or am I not? Because you do know that we all have free will, and we can revoke a contract if we don't want to participate in it. If this is a soul contract between you and somebody else, by all means, I am always for revoking the soul contract if it brings me harm. I don't care how many lifetimes we've had together. So if any of you relate to that, this is what this is. Like, you may have great like energy with somebody, but for whatever reason you're relinquishing the contract. You don't want to participate in a relationship with that person. That's fine. So somebody here is deciding, am I going to give to this contract? So this makes me feel like a connection already exists. And then we have 8 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Am I going to work on this, or am I not? Is really what this person is thinking about. Am I going to work on this, or am I not? Perhaps somebody is very closed off. I feel like this brand new beginning is available, and it's here. It's from the universe. It's like the potential of love, the potential of abundant relationships, the potential of something. But are you going to take the opportunity to actually work on that potential? That is still in question. And if this is not you, this is somebody around you. All right, so moving into the next row, we have the King of Cups, which could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We have the 8 of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. So this is interesting. So there's a person here on the table. This could be you, Capricorns, but this is not your energy. Unless you have a water placement, or you're just coming up as being in your emotions at this time. But there's a King of Cups here. And this is somebody with a lot of depth in their emotions, generally. And I feel like this King of Cups is walking away from something and going towards some kind of new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. This could be walking towards marriage, walking away from, this could be the journey towards marriage for some of you. This could be the journey towards marriage. Could be the journey towards marriage, but it feels like whoever this King of Cups is, they have to walk away from something first to get to the right union, to get to this 4 of Wands moment. I feel like whoever the King of Cups is having a brand new beginning, or they want a brand new beginning. That's where their head's at. They want to pursue something new. They want to try something new. They want a new opportunity. And they want a new realistic opportunity that they like could do things with. That's interesting. Now we also have this Queen of Wands and this 7 of Swords. This Queen of Wands is hiding something. The Queen of Wands is known as the social butterfly queen. This is a queen who's always going to get it done. This is a charismatic queen. This is the sexy queen. This is the queen who has a black cat, doesn't really care if she's misunderstood for her black cat. A very exuberant queen, but she's hiding something. So this feels like a love situation, or if it's not a love situation, it's a dynamic between 2 people. And one of these parties is like held back. They're not sure if they want to contribute to this connection even further, or if they want to make something right within this connection. They don't know if they want to work on something. It could be this Queen of Wands. Clarify the 7 of Swords. What is this Queen of Wands hiding or doing with the 7 of Swords? Chariot, this Queen of Wands is moving on. They're keeping it to themselves that they are moving on. Four of Cups, Lovers. Somebody is opting out of a soul contract with the other person. Someone is sneaking away from a soul contract. That's what I'm going to name this reading, because that's literally what I'm seeing on the table. Someone has decided. Self, higher self. This is not going to work out for me with this person, so I'm out. And I may not even tell this person. It feels like one or two people are deciding against a new beginning or renewing a soul contract. They're sneaking away from a soul contract. That's interesting. So now we have another person, another player is on the table, or this could be another version of the King of Cups. We have the King of Wands and the Three of Swords. So whoever this person is looking right at the Queen of Wands. They're looking right at the Queen of Wands. Who is their equal? The King and the Queen of Wands is a divine pair. And they're heartbroken. It could be the King of Cups or it could be another person. But this King of Wands is heartbroken looking at the Queen. Moving away. Silently. We have the Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor. Someone is very self-focused and just being very assertive on their financial independence and their just general well-being, their ability to take care of themselves and take care of their own lives. Someone is very like focused on that. And then we also have this Queen of, we have a lot of people here. We also have this Queen of Cups and the World. It feels like someone is closing off a cycle of giving their emotions or investing their emotions into a dynamic with the other person. That's what this is. Someone is silently moving away from this soul contract. They're not being emotional anymore. They're not being emotionally open. They're closing off a cycle of being emotionally open. And that is what is seriously messing with this King of Wands, because the Queen of Cups, if they're not going to be nurturing, then like you really push the Queen of Cups over the edge. If the Queen of Cups is closing out their emotions, then you really must have done something. This is the patient, compassionate Queen. I feel like someone's self-focus is heartbreaking to another, because that self-focus is driving them away from this soul contract, away from this relationship. It's interesting, because I can see the cards and I know what's happening here. So it's interesting. You know, sometimes I think about these scenarios and like when we like die and like wrap up this incarnation and we are going to our next destination. And I've read so many things about like what that process looks like from different spiritual teachers, but a common thread that I've like read is that you are going to be reviewing like your life's journey, this incarnation, and all the things that you experienced and all the things that you like did, that you actually came to earth to do in this lifetime. All of your regrets, all of your achievements, all of your failures, like all of that is going to be in your life review. And I always think like, are we going to be able to see all of the potentials of relationships in those life reviews and all of those people who we had soul contracts and soul connections with that we either honored in this incarnation or just completely fumbled? Because I don't know if I want to know. I don't know if I want to know. Like, would I want to know if somebody fumbled a soul contract with me? Not really. We already wrapped up the lifetime. Let's just catch up when we're back together in the ethers. That's how I think of it. Like, let's just catch up where we left off the last time we were both in the ethers. Like, yes, we went to Earth to have a lifetime, but that's barely anything in terms of time. I'm sure it won't feel like however many years I spent on Earth. It will just feel like this. So let's just pick up where we left off when I knew you as a soul and not as like a person in a lifetime. I don't know if I'm like conveying this well, but this is what this reminds me of. Like, two people, when they're done with this lifetime and they're doing their life review, are gonna remember, like, you had that soul connection with this person. You had the Queen of Wands. You had a soul contract with this King of Cups, King of Wands person, and you opted out of it. And then King of Cups, you had this soul contract, soul relationship with this person, this divine union with this person that you were supposed to honor. I know you felt that when you were down there because you felt attracted to them and pulled to them for a reason that you don't know. But you chose something else. So was it worth it? Like, this is all you guys missed out on with each other. And the plan was, before you left the ethers to go down, is that you guys would link up when you go down there. So like, now that you're back, was that worth it or not? I feel like this is what this reminds me of. This is what this really reminds me of. So Capricorns, if in a couple of years, if you like, let's just say in like 3 to 5 years or even 10 years, if you won't have any regrets, if you are any of these people in this reading, if you won't have any regrets on relinquishing this soul contract, by all means, do it. But if you feel like in 10 years, you will have regrets on, maybe I should have did that, I should have invested in that relationship, or I should have done that, or I should have handled that a little bit better, then you know what to do. So let's get some advice. What's the advice for Capricorn? Spirit. What's the advice for Capricorn? First card, peaceful resolution. So you and somebody have beef. You have beef with somebody, Cappies. Peaceful resolution, not the right time, and big happy changes. So something that was, it feels like something is changing regarding timing, or as a result of the decisions that you are making, something will change. Let's clarify big happy changes. Clarify big happy changes, Spirit. Oh my God. I love tarot. I just love, if there's anybody who says that tarot readers make this stuff up, you just don't know enough about tarot. That, or you've been around some scammers, but which also exist. But these are the cards that we got. We got the changes card in the tarot, the Wheel of Fortune, literally talking about changes. So it feels like this 5 of Wands, this fighting amongst yourselves is changing. It feels like someone is finally offering a potential that will help you all collaborate better, work together better. Usually the 3 of Pentacles comes out in, like, I will interpret that as like work, like your professional work, but sometimes this could just be like working together, co-creating, collaborating. It feels like the timing was off previously, the timing of something. This card also talks about divine timing. The timing of something wasn't right before, but now it is. That's what this feels like. You can release the darkness from this situation if you want to. If you want to, Capricorns. Because remember, you have free will. So you could choose not to invest in this or to pass this up. But remember what I told you. If when you are in the ethers, if this will not matter to you in 10 years, like if this will not matter to you in your life review, then by all means. But if it will, you know what to do. I'm going to leave you guys here. I hope this reading was helpful. We I started rambling a little bit during this reading, but I've always thought about that, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Cappies.